How do I use my own images to make my rich content editor icon maker icons even better? I'm going to watch this episode of 5 Minutes of Canvas. I'm Greg Beyer, and I've been teaching with technology since the days of HyperCard. I love making videos on how to teach with technology, and I've been doing so for most of my career with Columbus River College and the online network of educators. If you too like these types of videos, please subscribe to this channel and join our community. In this video, I'm going to cover how to use any image to customize the icons made with a rich content editor icon maker. This is a tool that makes it easy to create icons and add a consistent look and feel to our courses. I made another video for the rich content editor icon maker that I will link from an info card here and also from the doobly-doo. As with any image, making sure the alt text is correct is important so that the benefit of using an icon is not limited to students privileged with sight. If you have been using the Rich Content Editor Icon Maker, you may already benefit from the organizational benefit of easy access to the icons you have created through the button on the Rich Content Editor toolbar. There is another organizational benefit, which I will mention during demo time. In this example, there's a table on my Canvas syllabus page that shows the learning outcomes for a history class. I create an icon associated with each outcome, and I use that icon throughout the course to let students know which content and activities will help them achieve that outcome. I have 2 created so far, and I will use a custom image for the third. In edit mode, I select an insertion point and then select the icon maker button and create icon maker icon. Since I'm working with my own image, I jump down to the image section, select add image, and then select upload image. I drag an image from my local computer onto the upload image dialog and select submit. I then see the crop image dialog where I select a shape and other options before I select save. This takes me back to the create icon dialog, and I scroll to the top. The name is what appears in the list of icons, so only I see it. I use appropriate alt text, which students that use screen reader software will hear when they listen to the page where this image is located. Note the shape I selected when I crop the image. I can select a color to add a background to my image, and the outline is the border around the shape. I use the text field to help students remember what the icon means, and I select a text size and position that work for the image and shape. I keep the text color black and without background because that is high contrast. Finally, I select apply, and the icon appears in the Rich Content Editor. I'm on the syllabus page, so I select Update Syllabus. Now I can add this icon to the Rich Content Editor anywhere in the course. The icon I just created is for activities that help students that demonstrate they have achieved the analyzed outcome, and those include my module writing assignments. While in edit mode, I select an insertion point, and then the saved icon maker icons from the icon maker button in the toolbar. I select the icon, and then I again select the icon, choose icon options, double check the alt text, and then select save. This is one of the strengths of the Rich Content Editor Icon Maker. The same icons are available everywhere. That ubiquity enables a neat feature when we decide to change an icon. While in edit mode, I select the icon and choose Edit Icon. The edit steps are the same as the creation steps with one bonus: this checkbox to apply the changes to all instances of this icon maker in the course. I make a change, select Save, and that change is reflected elsewhere in this course. I showed putting an icon in the instructions for an assignment, but remember, that could be done anywhere I can use the Rich Content Editor. I use icons to help my students better understand the connections between assignments and course learning outcomes, but I could do the same for content pages and discussions too. Thank you for watching this video. I would love to know in the comments section, what would you like explained in just 5 minutes? Also, do you think that having consistent icons across a class helps students? Never stop learning, and I'll see you in the next one.